Ooh, perfect view for story time. Yeah. Free little ASMR, maybe. She's like, leave me alone. So, we're gonna talk about the story behind this stick. Ooh, if I don't destroy it, my goodness. Okay, so this one's kind of fun. I just carved it this morning. I, for some reason, want to call it the boobibi because this looks like a boob. It just does. Okay. This one actually has a really fun story compared to a lot of the other sticks that I've been talking about. I just want to sit down. I'm tired. So I'm going to walk over into the shade and sit. Okay. So this lovely thing, it looks kind of like very fun. This one, so I'm going nowhere. I don't know where to start. I didn't even think this through yet. First of all, I'm not as sick as I was yesterday. Hooray! Second of all, this was gathered fairly recently. It wasn't wet though, so I was just like, and it's got patina. So, basically what happened was, husband and I decided to have a date where we went to one of the nearby glacial rivers, and this stick was a chunk of a root that based on the just based on the bark of the root, I assume it was a Douglas fir, a Dougie fir. I can't not drop this one. What in the world? But like, so this one, like, this, I took the whole root, by the way, but this part of the root I broke off because it looked kind of like a heart once I got home, obviously. And these two parts, they looked cool, and it was the only part for some reason that had like some darker bits. I feel like maybe it's just because it was worn down by the wind, because it's really windy where we were, and that maybe this is just bark that just got super smoothed out. Like, I didn't sand this thing at all, and it's super shiny. And all I did was, obviously, the only thing I do to any of these pieces of wood other than carve them is I put some shellac on it. So, and you can tell in the shadows that it's getting a little bit smoky, but that's just smoke timber in the Pacific Northwest. But like, the cord, I did something new with it. I mean, it's not the first time I've done this up here, you know, but it is the first time I've done this back part. I just kind of wanted something that looked a little bit different, you know. So this one is just about the same length. It, for some reason, it feels like it sits a little bit higher than the length of my other ones, but you definitely can still get it over your head, which is kind of the purpose of why they're so long, because I don't feel like dealing with closure yet, so I kind of do them like dog tag style, you know. But this one's going to be listed in my shop very soon. Like, basically, as soon as I get all the photos done. My dog's over there coughing on... dog! She's, eating cat dookie and coughing on it. Good thing that's not my dog. My goodness. It's my mom's dog. She likes that. I'm not going to pan over to her, though, because I'm not going to feed into her sick, twisted fantasies. Regardless, though, ugh, goodness, I can't not be clumsy right now, but, so this one will be on my shop soon, unless I decide to keep it, which, I mean, I really like it, and it's really unique, but I'm not as attached to it as the one I'm wearing, which is the first one that I made. And since I also need like food, and my husband got upset at me for going to the dollar menu at McDonald's today for lunch and getting like one thing because we couldn't really afford it and I just didn't want to cook. This is the first one I ever made. The first pendant. Oh my goodness. It's a birdie. I don't even know where it is. It's up in that tree somewhere. But this is the first one I made. This one took a really long time. Like, I probably can't sell it if I want to pay myself anything. Because it took like 4 hours. Like, because I just had no idea what I was doing. Most of it was just a learning curve. This one, I did all of it on stream. And it only took a little bit longer than usual because I had connection issues. So, this one took about... If you don't consider carving and finding, like just the weaving part, you don't consider like sealing it with shellac, it took about an hour, hour and a half maybe. It's really pretty. We're gonna call it the boobibe because that looks like a boob. Like, and all I did to this piece of wood was break it off, and it came from a glacial river out here in Washington State. I'm gonna specify the river actually because it's a fairly popular one. So this came from a part of the White River that is on public land. I made sure of it. It is on public land. And so this came from the White River. It's a glacial river that flows straight from the glaciers of Mount Rainier up in Washington, and that is where this came from. It was most likely a Douglas fir tree that fell into or was washed out near the river a year or so, maybe more than that ago, because it's pretty patinaed. And then, well, it was just on the storm wash line when the water was low. It's pretty dry when I cut it. There was no wet stuff. It was up near the top. So, I'm pretty sure it's Douglas fir. I mean, it was kind of softer as well, like a Douglas fir to cut. And it kind of broke like a Douglas fir when I snapped tips. But anyways, I hope you enjoy that. And if you have any ties to the White River, or literally nature is your heart, because this is shaped kind of like a heart, like, you can consider looking at it on my shop. If it's not there, then it's either already bought or not listed yet. I'm going to try and link it in the bio. If not, it's in my thing from yesterday. Video thing. Vela, I don't want to know what you're doing. I regret picking you as my partner. I feel like she's looking for more turds. I worry for you, dog. This is why you don't let her lick you. But anyways, I hope that you have a good day and you enjoyed this story, because this stick is kind of fun. You know, it kind of also tied like this, it kind of looks like the head of a cow, like a bull, if you hold it down like that. Either way, it could be a heart, could be a cow. It's just an interesting, if I can English, it's just an interesting shape. Like, it just, like, I don't know what happened with the root, but it, like, twisted a lot. And it's hard to find that. Most roots are pretty straight. This one probably got twisted around a rock or something. Dang. I thought that was a bird, but with how consistent it is, it's definitely a squirrel. Oh, I see him. He's on this trunk down there, past the fence. Yeah, he's a squirrel. I don't think he likes me sitting here. And I don't think Togo likes that this video is actually 10 minutes long, because he's stuck inside right before I play with him. Because I don't want him barking the whole time I was trying to take this video. So, unfortunately, Togo's going to have to come out here and play with that. Or that. We call that his blue balls. Yeah, enjoy.